So what's up, beautiful people? First of all, I'm talking to you. Don't leave this video, okay? I've been checking the analytics. 50% of you drop off in the first 30 seconds. Don't be lazy. Just stick around. By the end of this video, you will know how to find $1 million business idea. Come on, don't be lazy. So first of all, ideas are underrated in my opinion because, let me take my glasses off, because most people think that ideas mean nothing, okay? And they have a point. Ideas mean nothing if you cannot execute on them. However, it's a lot easier to find a 10 times better idea than it is to become 10 times better at executing any idea. And an easy example off the top of my head is myself. So just 5 years ago, I was the same person with the same work ethic and the same skills, more or less. Okay, I know a lot more now, but I was the same damn person. And I was stuck at around $200 per month. And today, I'm making $500,000 per year, which is crazy. I cannot even believe it, actually, half of the days. And the main difference, in my opinion, is that I'm working on the right thing. You know, like my idea is actually a good idea. So let me walk you through how I improved finding ideas and how I think you can very easily, if you follow these things, find amazing ideas. Okay, so number one, I want you to stop being so idealist and romantic, okay? I don't want you to be romantic. I want you to be more cold-blooded. For example, I always wanted my business to be my ultimate passion in life, okay? I wanted my business to be a natural extension of my personality. And the reason I did that is because I was frankly designing my lifestyle from a place of extreme comfort. 5 years ago, I was a university student. I had no troubles, I had no stress, I had nothing. And, you know, I was just a romantic fool. Very quickly, I realized that this is so damn dangerous. Number one, because typically your passion is probably not going to be a good business idea. Like your passion might be something revolving around sports or some B2C idea, which is a red flag. And also you can mix up your incentives really badly. An example was I had this app so my passions were MMA and med tech. So my ultimate dream was I want my code to be running inside surgery rooms and saving lives. That was my dream in life. And I built this little tool that helped people with photosensitive epilepsy. It's called Epilepsy Blocker. You can see it on my blog, you can see it on Product Hunt. It still exists. That helps people with photosensitive epilepsy browse the web safely. Okay? And I tried to make money from this. I would charge people $5 per month. These people, you know, that have epilepsy, they're living on benefits. They have, they have other disabilities, and $5 a month is a lot of money for them. So I would always end up giving it to them for free. And it was just so damn miserable. And I will never forget one day, I woke up in the morning, I had my laptop like here, like now, and my coffee, and I was scrolling through Twitter or whatever. And I find an article that says, breaking news, you know, like this new therapy could potentially completely cure epilepsy. And fuck it, I'll tell you. So instead of me saying, oh my God, this is amazing, I cannot believe it, my immediate reaction was, fuck, why? Why now? Why now that I'm building this business? And I caught myself off guard. I'm like, what are you thinking, man? Like, this is the greatest news today, you know? Like, these people, they're suffering every single day from this neurological condition, and the only thing you can think about is your little side project. So what I want to say is that it's dangerous. You might end up mixing up your incentives so much that you don't even recognize yourself. Or very possibly, you might even hate what you once loved. Okay? So this is my philosophy in life, and I think the best way to find $1 million business idea is to stop being romantic and stop trying to make your business your ultimate passion. Okay? Number 2, continuing on this trajectory, your idea does not have to be unique either. Okay, so that was another mental clutch that I had. I wanted my idea to be unique. I would treat ideas as if they were, I don't know, like bus seats, you know? I would have a look, oh, that idea is taken. I have to do something different. It was only when I started working a full-time job and I completely changed my priorities that I said, you know what, actually the opposite, you know? If you find that, listen to me, if you have an idea and you look online and no one else has done it, it's not a good thing, it's a bad thing. It's a red flag, okay? What you want is to find multiple people, not even one, multiple people doing the thing that you thought of and making money out of it. Okay, that's what you want. That is a healthy market in other ways. Okay, so not unique, not your ultimate passion, and don't be afraid to compete. I used to be terrified of competition, and I think it was because I used to compete in Muay Thai and kickboxing, where by default one person loses and one person wins. Okay, and sometimes you might lose in devastating fashion, you know? You could be knocked out in front of your mother and your girlfriend. Like, it doesn't get any worse than that. And I remember when I first started building projects, I was terrified of competition. But in this game, in the game of business, there is no winner and loser. Because winning is subjective, it's not something objective. Like, let's say I make $1 million per year from my business, and another guy in the same market is making $10 million per year with the same business. Am I losing? No, because I don't even want more. You know, I have enough. I have one. Okay? If anything, if I am more content with what I have and the other guy just wants more and more and more and more and more, maybe I'm winning. I don't know. Maybe I'm winning in life. So that's another thing. Don't be afraid to compete. Also, companies are not scary to compete against. When I used to work for a company, briefly, they were, and I hate saying we as a company because you're not the company, but they were 50 people. And up until that point, I used to think that when you're competing with a 50-person company, you're competing against 50 people like you, okay? Or in my case, I thought I was competing against 50 people like me, which is, I mean, I would think reasonably like, okay, there's no way you can beat 50 people. How are you going to do that? It was only when I was within the company that I saw that, you know, when you're competing against a 50-person company, you're really competing against 5 people and 45 yes men. 45 people that are just there to get their paycheck, just going to move as slowly as possible not to get fired, the tasks from to do, to doing, to blocked, throw it to another department, request another meeting. We used to have 5 meetings to change the color of a button, no joke, okay? So companies are not scary at all. They're so damn slow. If I see a new competitor in my business, that happens all the time, I have many copycats as well. If I see that it's a big company that is trying to compete against me, I'm not afraid at all. What I'm afraid of is someone like me, you know, or a small 5-person company where they're coding all day and they're crazy motivated and pumped full of caffeine all day. That's what I'm afraid of, not big companies. So, stop being romantic. Stop being romantic. It doesn't have to be, the idea does not have to be your ultimate passion. It doesn't have to be unique either, and enter a market that is healthy and many people are making money, and enter and compete, and don't be afraid of competing. A final little thing on uniqueness, it's ironic, like life in general, that when I stopped trying to be unique and I entered a market that was healthy, I ended up 2 years later having a extremely unique business. Because slowly, just by putting your own effort and love into the business every day, you morph it into something unique. So an example was that when I entered lead generation as a business model, it was way less saturated back then, way easier to enter than it is now, 4 years ago, sorry. I was not unique, but instead of offering the leads as a database, I offered them as a newsletter. That was a unique little twist. I was still not the only one though. I was not the first one. And then I focused specifically on agencies. Boom, already unique. And then I added a productized service on top. Boom, even more unique. And then it was also built on my personal brand and a personal touch, you know, and I sent presents to every customer that I had, and you put like your own love into it. And then you have this unique business that everyone's like, oh my God, how did you get that specific idea? I did not. I entered the market and slowly it morphed into something different. Okay, and the last one is, I would say, this is a great heuristic. Go B2B. It's so different when you're selling to people rather than businesses. Like I said earlier, when I ran Epilepsy Blocker, I would chase down people for $5 per month subscriptions. And they would ask for discount. I would end up giving everything for free most of the time. And it's so damn difficult to grow, you know, imagine having 1,000 concurrent paying subscribers on your platform just to make 5K per month. That's crazy. On the flip side, you can charge 5K per month to a single business. They do it all the time. Another personal example was, I remember when I first started CyberLeads, taking it seriously, right? I was at around $300 per month. And I was on my laptop and I whipped out my credit card to pay for something for CyberLeads. And I think it cost like $25 per month, something like that. And I started punching in the numbers and I was like, oh my God, when was the last time I did this for myself? Like, even to today, where I could very easily afford like a mental health app. Like, I unsubscribed from BetterHelp because it was $200 per month because I wasn't using it like every single week. Whereas for my business, I have subscriptions running and I don't even care because it's a business expense. It's completely different mentality and frame, you know, like a business can spend 10K per month on something. A consumer, the CEO of the same damn business, is not going to pay $1 to download an app, because in that case he's a consumer. In the other case, he's a business owner. So you want to sell to businesses, ideally to business owners. There are a couple exceptions here, and I have to underline these. In B2C, there are a few good markets in B2C, and one of them is education. Okay, 1, self-improvement, 2, and AI, 3. Those are that I know of. Obviously there will be more, right? But those are 3 that I know people pay for. Maybe healthcare, I don't know, but it's not easy to break into as an online business person. And a final thing I would say is that when looking for ideas, don't like what I used to do back in the day, which was completely wrong, was I used to go idea. Okay, I have this idea. Now let me find the market who might be interested in this idea. And then I would say, okay, so I found this idea. I found who might be interested in this idea. Now let me find the channel to go and reach these people. In my opinion, that is wrong. It never worked for me. Like, top-down approaches are easy to mess up because there are too many assumptions, you know, like anyway, let me think out loud here. This might be a bit too much, but let's say that you have a 50% chance of being correct at every step, okay? So 50% chance that the idea is correct. So that's 50%. Times 50% chance that the market that you identified is correct as well, and they actually want the idea, okay? So that's 50% times 50%, that's already 25%, okay? And then it's the channel, there's another 50% chance, let's say. That's very generous, by the way. It should be 25, 25, 25, at least. Another 50%, let's say, that the channel that you identified is actually the correct channel to reach these people. That is already, you have a 12% chance of it being correct. In my opinion, it's more like 5% chance of it being correct. I had to build 20 products to find the one that changed my life. But the way I launched Cyberleads was exactly the reverse. So instead of going idea, market, channel, I went channel, market, idea. So channel, what channels was I familiar with? What did I have? I had a Twitter account, nothing crazy, 600 followers at the time, but I had it. So I started from there. Okay, that's my channel. Who can I reach with my channel? Okay, I can reach tech people, business people, because they are on Twitter. Cool, amazing. So that's how you go from channel to market. Okay, and now what do these people want? And you start running through this process, try to find a healthy market that you can reach through your acquisition channel that you have already. Okay. Now, if you don't have a channel already, it's good to start investing in that, because it's going to pay dividends. I'm very biased, but I would say build your personal brand is never a wrong advice, never the wrong advice. And please, if you think that, oh my, I'm not like that, I don't like social media. I don't like social media either, man. I don't. But let me ask you in a different way, okay? If the cost for you to make $1 million per year is to tweet once a day, would you take it or not? If you say no, respect. You actually mean what you say. But I think you would, if I could guarantee it for you. I cannot guarantee it, obviously, but it's a good investment to build your personal brand. I would say you should do that, whether it's on LinkedIn, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's build a big blog and you have SEO as your acquisition channel. But try to learn a channel really well. TikTok, it could be anything. A channel really well, and ideally build a personal brand of it, and then you can use it to market your stuff. That's what I did. That's how I would advise like my brother or someone that I actually love. This is the truth. This is exactly what I believe. Okay, so now you have an idea. Enough thinking. Go build it. Because all this is bullshit. Okay, all this is pontificating, thinking, you know, I told you about the percentages, right? There's a 5% chance that you're correct. Don't lose time. Go, go, go. Okay, start building. And in the next video, I'm going to talk about how to launch and validate your idea. Okay, so I have my notes here on this communist newspaper, because I am in the ghetto. I'm back in Athens, in Greece. I'm staying at my best friend's house, and as we said, life is comedy, you know, like my best friend is a communist and I am obviously a capitalist. If you're in Athens, DM me, let's hang out in real life, and I mean it. And as I said earlier, comment, subscribe and like, and I'm going to pick one of you to have a free consulting session, and I'm going to help you as much as I can, you know, and I'm going to post it on this YouTube video, on this YouTube channel, sorry, and also tweet about it. So if you have a business, you're going to get exposure, and even, you know, like your personal brand, you know, like people can follow you on Twitter or whatever. So do that, help me, and I'll help you as well. Peace out.